Okay, today we will move on with 6.2. Yesterday you have learned a bit about 6.2. So there's a two practice makes perfect question. So we will work on the first question. Okay, so the first question is a graph paper question. You are given an equation y equals to 2x minus 5 plus 3 over x. And the table of values are given here. So you can see x is from 0.25 to 6 and y is somewhere from 7.5 to 7.5, and we have a 0 somewhere in between. There's two extreme values of y. So the scale is given 2 cm to 1 unit on each axis. So on x-axis and the y-axis we have 2 cm to 1 unit. So we are going to use a graph paper here to draw the axis. So I'm going to draw the axis here. You can use a ruler, draw it down for the y-axis, and then for the x-axis also do the same. Okay, so it was 2 cm to 1 unit. So for the x-axis, here we have 1 cm, another cm, so that's 2 cm. So I will run the numbers up. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And for the y-axis, I will have negative 1, and then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, followed by 8. Okay, then I'm going to close the axis with a y-axis, and for the x-axis here I can put an x at the corner with an arrow. So I have the axis now according to the scale. Then we will plot the points here. So these are the points that we have. So for the first point will be 0.25, 7.5, second point 0.5, 2, and so on. So we're going to use this table of values to find the points and put a dot and a cross when we find them. So the first one is 0.25 and 7.5. So somewhere 0.25 here, and then you have 7.5. So that's the first point. So put a dot and a cross, followed by 0.5, 2. So get a 0.5 and then get a 2, should be somewhere here. 1, 0, so that's here. 1.5, 0 is here. Okay, so we have 2 points here on the x-axis, and then 2, 0.5, so that will be here. Okay, and you can just find on your own here all the points that is given in the table of values here. So you have 4 and 3.75, 5, 5.6, and 6, 7.5. So 6 and 7.5. Okay, so we have all these points. So if you look at the points, we have one point here, goes down, and then it goes way down, and then it curves upwards and follow it upwards. So we're going to join the points. So if you look at this portion here, you can draw almost a straight line, but do not use ruler for this. Okay, so you can like join the points with a smooth curve. So smoothly join it up, and then prepare for the next part here, which we will turn the graph. So I'm going to join the graph. Okay, so I'm going to find a position that I'm comfortable. So join it. So that's the first part, and it's curving here. So this curve will move down. Okay, then there's a flat line here, so actually this portion, the graph is going to curve. Okay, so it's going to curve like this, and then it will join the other points. So I'll try and get some points, a few points at a time, join it. And I have a graph that looks something like this. Okay, so here I can use my eraser to improve on some of the parts. Okay, so I'm quite happy with here, this smooth curve, but this portion here, something is coming out a little bit, so I'm going to erase this part and improve the graph. So I'll join it again. Okay, and then I can improve on this portion. Try and make it more natural. Okay, and once I'm done, I have a graph that looks almost like a U. So again, I'm going to change this portion a bit. Okay, and I have a graph here that I'm quite happy with. So I'm going to label this graph. Okay, so the graph equation is y equals to 2x minus 5 plus 3 over x. So I'm going to put it here. Y equals to 2x minus 5 plus 3 over x. So this is the part A of the question, where you have to sketch the graph